Hello guys, it's Igor MGTOW and video games, and today we're going to be live streaming. So today's topic will be. Oh wait, I have some phone. So today's topic will be how the marriage institution is in a near end, and it will be a near end because that's what usually happens when MGTOW grows. So this is the invite link if you want, and today I'm going to explain to you the reasons why the marriage institution will end the way it will end. We got these factors. These factors, so let's see, these factors are working on the collapse of the marriage institutions. The divorce courts themselves, MGTOW growing and everything. This will all lead to marriage being ended. As an institution being ended, not as a divorce court. Because nobody is marrying. Nobody is marrying, so why would anyone want it? So of course it's going to be ended by the divorce courts themselves. Because what the divorce courts and the marriage institution doesn't know is that if the divorce courts continue, MGTOW will grow. It's basically a never-ending cycle. So it's actually a never-ending cycle. Yep. So basically, we have these factors conspiring all together. So it's basically like a never-ending feedback loop. So this feedback loop basically makes sure marriage doesn't even survive. Why, you may ask? It's because the more and more they try to attack us, the more and more they try to make marriage happen, the more and more they try to use marriage for divorce courts, the more and more MGTOW will grow, and the more and more divorce courts will lose money. So it's basically like a never-ending feedback loop. And things will continue in this direction, and once it does, it would be bye-bye for the marriage institution, because what the marriage institution doesn't know is that we have an entire replacement for that. We already talked about that in 2 streams. So now we're going to be talking about the end of the marriage institution. So let's define marriage. Marriage is a gynocentric concept built by the females, the gynocentric government, and the simpy male. Former simpy male, because the former simp males of the marriage are now MGTOWs. They all made a contract, which is basically the worst idea. Then in the contract we have a clause that will able to make sure that wife gets everything. Poor simpy husband doesn't know about that clause, but the government and the women do know. Now, how do they get the simpy husband, the simpy soy cuck, to sign the contract? They basically say all marriage is good and they shame him if he opposes. So MGTOWs do not fall for this. they will try to attack us. So once 6 months have passed, that's or 11, that's almost 3 to 4 years, so that's almost marriages last. Then the wife decides to divorce his simpy husband and take all of his alimony payments. Because why not? So basically, they they have made a system where it makes sure they made sure that the females always win and the males lose. That kind of contract doesn't succeed very well because the MGTOWs are ending the contract. How, you may ask? How, you may ask? It's because the it makes sure that MGTOW makes sure that the former simps become MGTOW, and they make sure they don't marry and everything. Hi. So I'm just going to say something. So you said in the last stream that you need to be sent the link. So please alert about it. By the way, here's the link. And also the marriage institution is quite nearing the end of its yes. I'm going to send you that link. You have no worries, I'll send it. Yes. By the way, I'm just working out your email so things work out. But let's get into the topic, guys. So we have the marriage institution. We have the industries revolving around the marriage institution. We have the collapse of such institution cre- created by none other than MGTOWs. And the collapse is only there because women and feminism caused it. So let me explain. We have an institution that is falling. We have a feedback loop. Basically, basically, divorce courts leads to make time, more make time leads to more courts, and basically the end of the marriage institution. When things work out, the marriage institution is going to be crushed. And why, you may ask? Because the marriage institution was these divorce courts that they are today. And even if they reform some, they make out. Too late, guys. MGTOW will expand. They can't stop anything about it. They try to shame us, but more and more MGTOW don't even care. Because if they actually, because why should make us care about something that basically is not in their favor? No surprises there. It's their own fault. They can't do anything about the. They will try to attack the marriage institution, but as we all know, these shaming tactics fail. Anyways, hopefully I've sent it. So you do realize there are some industries really heavily invested in the marriage institution. The diamond industry is one of the most heavily invested industries in the marriage institution. What they don't realize is that men no longer want to buy their crap because men have other ideas, and because men have other ideas, they're refusing to buy female-oriented products. So the Mad Aussie Bushman, I sent you the link. It's all controlled by greedy people. Feminism was created to force men to pay tax. Then they raise the cost of housing. Well, they can't do much about it. Since we make themselves are expanding and they try to desperately shame us. But they will always, but they'll fail as they always do. Hi, I, Irish MGTOW on a link. Link. So, so Irish MGTOW, you wanna join it? Also, the Mad Aussie Bushman, I sent you the link. You wanna join? You wanna join? How is it the situation? So basically, we have a situation called the marriage institution. It's working against men. It's collapsing, and all these industries and all the females are starting to get worried. They're trying to stop it from happening, but they can't because we mixers are fighting back. They can't really shame us because it doesn't work. They have no strategies. Marriage institution is about to collapse because they can't do anything about it. Because we are expanding. We are working about we're working perfectly. They can't stop they can't really stop us. Because if they tried, they will fail. And the marriage institution is really in collapse. And we need to think of the post-marriage society. You wonder why it hashtag MeToo is created in 2017 and 2016 and all these other years. It was created when when marriage institution was noticeably collapsing. Right at that moment, hashtag MeToo was launched. They drove even more men and they're trying to launch even more anti-male attacks, but they can't do anything about it since the mixes are growing. They they will try to attack us, but they will fail. They can't do anything about it because if they did, this wouldn't even happen. But they are situated in the worst idea possible. They can't do anything about it. Because if they did, then this situation wouldn't happen. Now, on to the replacement. So now we know that marriage institution will collapse. What should we replace it with? We have companion bots. We have all these other things. We can work it perfectly. Things are working forward. We do have companion bots, and we're slowly creating artificial homes. So hopefully that does work out.
How you going there, Igor?
Oh, hello, the Mad Aussie Bush.
Hey, mate, I'm just going through some new equipment and I can't see YouTube from the page I'm at. Can you tell me
Uh,
whether uh, uh, there's a video, you can see a video, or is it just my avatar picture?
oh yes, hello, the Mad Aussie Bushman. Situation is good.
Yes, sorry, I got to the stream late, mate. What are you talking about today?
We were talking about how the end of the marriage institution is near.
Well, for smart men, it's new. For smart men, it's a must, but
Oh yes.
unfortunately,
And in the
there's
stream we're
still.
talking about the factors, we're talking about the replacements, and we're talking about how this is all a positive feedback loop. The marriage institution and the divorce courts and MGTOW growing.
It's all run by it's all
Hello
run
Igor
by greedy
Curtin.
people.
Another
Hello?
Igor joined in.
Hello?
Hello guys.
How you going, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
We're talking about how the marriage institution is ending.
Yeah,
It,
it's gone downhill very, very quickly, and soon it will just be obsolete all entirely soon.
Only fools are getting married these days.
Hardly anyone.
yes, there says the marriage pool for women is getting smaller and smaller.
There are
If
still
you were women,
Sims.
you would be panicking if you noticed your selection of chats are lowering and lowering suddenly.
There are still Sims
That's
out
why
there
they're
that.
shaming MGTOW.
That's why
There
they
are
hate
Sims.
us.
Wom-
Mm,
Women shaming tactics look something like this. Oh, Igor, you're just a misogynistic piece of shit.
They call us incels. They
yep.
call us
That.
shaming names because
Not
they're
just that.
absolutely terrified that they're going to have to pay for their own kitty litter and cat food. Meow.
Not even that. We even get called gay
Meow.
and stuff. That's another shame they use. They say that we're gay.
Oh yes, isn't that the hypocrisy? They say that we're homophobic if we call in something about them and they are able to do that freely.
Yeah. But the truth is that they are really bad man haters.
Oh yes, man hating fuck lesbians.
Not gonna lie, but the government hates its own people, which is quite depressing. Like knowing that we live in
Absolutely.
it. Like, how can the government hate 50% of its people?
I can tell you why.
Why?
I can't give you exact dates and times, but it all started long time ago when feminism was created. It was created by the elites to force women into paying tax.
What, the
And
Rockefellers?
women, yeah, apparently them and the CIA and the big bankers. Who really knows? I mean, I wasn't
Yeah.
there, but it certainly is
I heard one of the
a,
names is called the Rockefellers. He was the one that
a
funded it, like according to like Red Pill on steroids. Have you heard of that channel called
yes,
RPOS?
yes, yeah. I don't watch it, but I haven't heard of it.
Mm,
So women were falsely led into believing that their lifestyle would be more happy, more complete by, they
Oh
get the
yes.
opportunity to go to work and all that sort of thing. But what actually happened is now they're, as you know, they are more miserable than they ever have been in history
yep,
because
that is
they're being
true.
forced to take on things that are not natural to them.
Mm,
Like
like
Oh
they
work.
yes.
naturally,
And we already
yeah,
have technologies to replace women's quote unquote natural
Not
jobs.
only that, because they're in the workforce, like that causes inflation, and that like increases the housing costs, which means now it does need two incomes rather than one income to buy a house. That's another problem it caused.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They raised the price on everything, cars,
Mm.
houses,
I'm not
because
from the.
now there's two people working in the household. The man and his wife are both working, so
Mm,
therefore these fat rich people worked out that they could get even more fat and more rich by charging them double.
mm. And the problem is now instead of a house like imagine a house that costs like a house that would otherwise like costed 250 grand now costs 500 instead of like
Like
half of what it. That's the problem.
Oh
Igor,
yes, but and here's the thing. Once artificial wombs are invented, it would go back to being used to because the men who use the artificial womb are going to increasingly choose more and more men.
Yeah, that only a simp would choose to. But
Raise a woman.
yep,
are
but a
you from
simp.
the UK, Igor? Other
Yep.
Igor?
Yes.
Have you ever had a sit down conversation with a proper feminist?
Never. I mean, I'd rather die. I just want to
Oh
pick up a
well,
gun and shoot them. To be honest.
I can only vouch for what's happening here in Australia. The education system is just overrun by Marxist teachers, the universities, everything. The
Yeah.
feminism is like a religion in the whole entire education system. The women
Dory.
have been absolutely brainwashed. They actually believe this rubbish. They believe it. They'll fight tooth and nail for what they believe in. It's
Mm.
really scary.
Do you know a channel called
It's
Sydney
Well, it's
MGTOW?
their own problem.
yeah, I know
Mm.
Sydney MGTOW. Yep,
Yeah,
We
I've seen
already
him.
have a replacement for women.
Mm. But
We just don't even use it.
yep, but I'm not surprised if they campaign to ban it, and I hope that fails when they try to ban it.
I've got a replacement for women. It's my guitar and my fishing gear.
Yep.
It
Me,
doesn't
what?
argue with me. Doesn't cause
Yeah.
me trouble.
It,
I don't
it
come home and find it in bed with other guys.
and who else it won't do?
The plan
It
is companion
it won't
mods and
false
artificial wombs.
knowing that your guitar won't falsely accuse you of domestic violence and stuff. It won't do any of that.
No, no, it's
That's
really scary what's going on in the world. I mean, I wanted to talk with you yesterday, Igor, about these white knights. I'm having a big problem with them at the moment myself. It's
yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like thinking about white knights though.
White knights are the one destroying men's lives because they're helping them do the objectives.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the worst scenario with a white knight is, and this is what I'm experiencing in my life right now. One woman got jealous of me. A lot of people who know me know what this is all about. A woman got jealous because I talked to a girl that happens to be a model and she's a lot better looking than her and all that sort of thing. This girl got so jealous. She's been on a hell bent 2 year slander campaign, cyberbullying, harassment, all that kind of thing. And her white knight simp followers,
Yeah.
uh, let me boil it down to this. This woman just spews lies and uh, slander about me. And
Well,
these
that's
guys,
because women do women things.
yep, these guys will go. I'm not just talking about me, but other men out there. These guys will go to the point of risking their freedom, jeopardizing their freedom to harm innocent men just because an angry, spiteful woman said, "Oh, this guy did this to me. Can you please go and fuck him up for me," etc. And men are being murdered, innocent men are losing their freedom, all
Yeah.
in hopes of following uh, to get a bit of validation from a vagina they'll probably never even see.
Not
It's
gonna lie,
pure.
but
Yes, and
the
that's why
government is the government is the biggest white knight. To be honest, the government.
Yep, because
That's
they
what I
make
say.
money out of us.
Not to mention that's my saying is the government hates its own men. That's what I
Man,
was saying.
many say that the collapse is coming, that things just won't
Mm.
stand
That's
up to
that's
this.
that's
And
that's the thing. That's the reason why I work a lot less, and I do not want to contribute to the tax system. Like I don't want to earn too much. Like the more I earn, like the more tax I pay, the more I'm contributing to this system that I know deep down really hates me. I do not want to contribute to such an evil system.
look at America; they are at war with themselves.
Pretty
You've
much.
got two different halves. One of the Sorry, there's a big aeroplane going over the head of me. It's pretty loud here.
Mm.
There's people. Half of the Americans are against the other half. half of them want socialism and feminism and all the ridiculous stuff, while the other people just want sanity. Basically, they just want to live.
And it's
Like,
split exactly half.
yep, pretty much.
Or wouldn't be
And
surprised if one half is men, the other half are women. Am I right?
one half is men, and the other half is women and men that behave like women,
Mm.
because they've not had a father or a positive masculine role model in their lives.
Not gonna lie, but those fatherless kids are the ones that make up most of the prison population.
That's exactly right. And they watch
Mm.
ads on TV that demonize men, like the Gillette
Oh
ad
yes,
telling.
those ads.
Oh, I've seen that Gillette thing.
The
It's
advertising
disgusting.
campaign is one of the biggest pro-woman white knights I've ever seen.
Mm. But do
The
what they should make.
advertising
Do what they should make an ad
campaign.
saying though, just to make things fair. They should make an ad telling women not to commit like paternity fraud and that sort of stuff.
And you
I,
will
I, d-
imagine how the ad will go.
Like,
I
I
s-
mean,
I
they.
s- I s- I saw a video by a guy who I don't much like for reasons. I won't say his name, but his video was quite honest, where he looked into the fact where in, I believe it was Texas in America, there was the chief prosecuting lady was having a class with all law students that were about to graduate, and she was teaching them how to manipulate the system and lie in order to be able to rape men of all their money, basically. And this woman was the Department of Police Prosecution. I'm not sure what they call it in America. The district
Well,
attorney. That's who she was. The chief
well,
district attorney.
I pretty much know how women get all the money out of men. It's pretty obvious now. Isn't that what the institution of marriage was all about for this time, or at least since the
Yep.
1970s?
Well, the marriage institution is on its last legs as of 2019.
Good.
Now
I'm looking forward to marriage.
Mm.
all we need to do is push for the final kill.
Good. That is right.
But what will happen next, guys? I mean,
We
we are
will
doing
re-
what we're doing to protect ourselves, but
we need to
now,
replace the marriage institution and women altogether with something radically different.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, the only time things will be successful again is if patriarchy was restored. Which,
I would say you just triggered a few feminists right there, Igor. Good work, mate.
oh God,
Excellent.
they deserve to listen. I'm not. I don't mind triggering them. Listen, a feminist, I'd happily shoot them. I have no remorse for doing it. I'll literally get a rifle and shoot their damn hearts out.
Well,
I already like you, mate.
well, remember that video
But
I've made during my early days of the channel, where I basically pointed a Nerf gun at the feminist and fired it.
yeah, I saw that. But the problem is with feminists, they're so fat, yeah, that I think I'd feel sorry for my bullets if I was to shoot them. Like even the bullets doesn't want to go near them. Like even the bullets would be like, oh, I can't stand it. So that means that I'd start feeling sorry for the poor bullet that had to penetrate it. Not that their skin fat can ever be penetrated.
I've got an idea.
Yeah,
Seeing as how they hate the patriarchy and they hate men so damn much, and they
Poor
want their
bullet.
feminist utopia, we should put them all in a ship and send them to Antarctica. And seeing as how they're just as smart as men and just as strong and capable as men, they can build their own
Oh yes.
civilization in Antarctica.
Remember that the island experiment?
mm,
Women
Bear Grylls.
failed in surviving. It's the
mm.
island experiment by Bear
Yeah,
Grylls.
Yeah. But the thing is, they don't want to admit that they do need men more than we need them.
of course not.
Mm,
They will never admit to anything. They're very
yeah,
secretive about how they operate.
I don't care about triggering them. I mean, I literally want to go and shoot them, to be honest, because they deserve it. Because of like,
They've been tricked, Eagle. They see the feminism only. I've got a saying which I say to a lot of people. Not everybody gets it. I say about feminism: if only they were smart enough to realize just how stupid they are, then feminism wouldn't exist. Because they've been
exactly.
tricked. They've been tricked by these elites that just want to make money out of them. They still believe it's a
Yeah,
good thing, even though they're miserable, they're in debt, they're, they're living in a house full of kitty litter and cat shit.
I mean, they are
And
they are the cat shit of society, anyways.
yep, the propaganda is just ingrained into their minds forever that it's all men's fault. They actually believe it.
Well,
They
if they
will
want to
never
see,
take ownership
I mean,
of
all
their
they
own
if
lives.
they can find out who's at fault, all they've got to do is look in the mirror and they'll find out who's at fault.
It's just like they're allergic to accountability, these women. I think
Mm,
society has bred them like that for eternity because, you know, you look at a
mm,
family where the family has boys and girls, the girl can get away with literally murder and she's always daddy's little girl, little angel, can't do any wrong. As soon as the boy does something wrong, he gets a hiding. He gets his ass whipped by his father. So
mm,
they know from a very young age how to manipulate, how to batter their eyelids. It's just disgusting when I see grown
mm.
men, grown women acting as these little children do.
Not gonna lie, if I wouldn't be surprised if a woman shot you and then she complained that the recoil had hurt her hand, then you get sent to prison for that.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Well,
just remember that woman that killed the man and then sued the dad man.
Oh, did you watch that video?
Yes,
What did you think of that?
what
I
happened? Can
think
you explain it to me?
I think of it as the biggest idiocy I've ever seen.
Oh, what basically happened in this video? Yeah, like a woman, not she ran over a cyclist, not a man, but like a 17-year-old boy, killed him.
Oh yeah.
Then guess what? Then she
What?
sued the 17-year-old boy for, I think, for damaging her car because she ran him over on purpose.
Oh my God! They didn't pay her compensation, did they?
Oh, bet they did.
That's
Oh, I
just
think they
typical,
damaged
isn't it?
not her car, but they damaged her heart. She said, "Oh, it hurt me to run someone over," and she claimed that she was damaged by it. And I bet she did get compensation as well.
And they
Because
wonder
the
why we
women are never responsible.
no, they don't
Exactly.
even know the meaning of the word,
Yeah.
and they wonder why we go MGTOW.
Even Shima saying that, oh, we're these incels. Oh, Igor, you're just a misogynistic little cunt.
Yeah. I mean, not just that. That's just two of the words they use. Especially Daisy Cousins came out with a ton of shaming us like to hell.
They are afraid, guys. They are
Yep.
afraid because they know that they're going to get to be little old ladies in a house full of cats, and one day they're going to fall down, have a stroke, and they're going to be eaten by their cats.
And dildos they're gonna have as well.
It, I'm also planning to grab popcorn. It would be fun to watch them eat it by their own cats.
Mm.
Igor MGTOW, when are you going to get a new microphone, mate?
I think I must end the stream because my parents have already told me that I must end it.
Okay, thanks for having me on, guys.
Are you going
Oh
now?
yes. Bye guys. Anyways, this has been Igor McTelly Games and bye bye.
Have a good one, mate. Bye bye.
Bye.